Good morning. How is everybody doing? If you're finding me for the first time, my name is Penny. I come here once to 5 times a week. My goal is to inspire you. Hope you can listen and learn 1 or 2 things that is going to improve your quality of life. So as you come in, sharing is caring. Share this video. If you've not liked my subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do that so we can reach more people. Because you know what, you just can't learn by yourself. You have to share. This is the book we are doing, and I'm going to go straight to the questions because of time. So this book is meant to help you. It has about 600 questions. It's meant to help you try to figure out who you are. Take a pen and a paper and write this. Even better, have a pencil and write these questions down. You don't have to answer them here online. You can go during your quiet time and find answers to these questions. Because you know, if you love yourself or if you understand yourself, you're going to be a person that is going to be able to be lovable and get along with people. You're going to create awareness. These questions are meant to help you to create awareness. Number 1, does your finances stress you out? Who doesn't? Yes, finances stress you out because finances give you options. Number 2, what's important to you today and wasn't yesterday? You know, there are things you used to think they're important. Like I used to think that sleeping with the dishes in the sink was important. I thought that was a big deal. But now at 50, the dishes can sleep there. I'll find them in the morning. What is that one thing you used to think is important, but it's no longer important? Number 3, which meal are you looking forward to today? I'm looking forward to having a grilled chicken sandwich, but I always look forward to my seafood. They're asking you to even think about food. Number 4, do you review and reflect on your day-to-day before you go to bed? Do you review on your day-to-day before you go to bed? You know what? Every day you actually need to sit down and look at your day. How did your day go? Look at the do's and don'ts. What could you do better? Do you review your day every day at the end of the day? Number 5, if you could travel today, if somebody had to buy you a ticket and maybe send you on a trip for 5 days, even if you don't like traveling, which is that place you'd like to go? Even if you don't like traveling, you can go to your home village. You can go to your neighborhood where you grew up. Akimto, good morning. If you are given a pass or a ticket to go somewhere, where would you go? They want you to think. They want you to imagine. Create your imagination. Number 6, what is a commitment you couldn't make right now? The commitment I could not make right now is to tell someone that I can help them financially. Because right now, financially, I'm like in trenches. The college tuition is taking all my money. So right now, if any of you need financial support, I cannot make a commitment. Which is that thing that you could not make a commitment? Some of you, it's emotional. Some of you is your time. Yeah. What is the floating island? The one you go stay on the water. Yeah. Some of you is maybe the food. What is that one thing that you cannot commit to? Ask yourself, write that down. Number 7, have you ever cried in front of anyone? We do this all the time. If you've never cried, maybe you need to attempt. Yesterday I cried while I was watching a funeral of my friend's son who passed away, and I could not hold my tears. I'm telling you, I just never used to cry that easy. I was watching a young man that just left us, and my tears were burning and they just came out. If there's anybody there and we were all there, they could have seen me crying. I just broke down. Okay. Number 9, if you had an emotional accountant, you know we have accountant for our money. If you had an emotional accountant, I want that to sink into your head. An emotional accountant, what advice do you think your emotional accountant will tell you? You know your emotions need to be managed. That's what they're trying to tell you. Your money and your emotions are just around the same thing. You can pay someone to manage your money. We pay the therapists to manage our emotions. Did you guys know that? The family therapists, the psychiatrists, we are paying counselors, we are paying elders, we are paying people to help us manage our emotions. So right now they're asking you, if your emotional accountant, okay, had to advise you today, what advice do you think your emotional accountant is going to give you? You are an active listener. Tell me. Don't reveal everything, but think about that, okay? That's number 9. Number 10, who would you place in your personal board of directors? And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have this list, go sit down and write it down. And even better, let those people know. We all need 5 board of directors to run our lives. Let me tell you why. Any company, if you register an organization, if you register even a non-profit organization, they want you to have at least 5 board of directors. 5 board of directors. 5. Take a pen and a paper. Write 5 people that you can count on. People who are going to give you advice. 5. Who are they? Do you know them? Do they know that they're your board of directors? Me, I sit in a lot of boards, by the way. I'm in so many boards. And I pride myself. And when those people called me, because I spoke about this years ago to the Kissy women in the Kissy group, I said, you need to have your 5 board of directors and let them know that they are sitting in your board. They need to know. So I have so many that I sit in their boards, and I'm so happy that I sit in their boards. And even me, I have mine. I have my 5. In fact, I even have more than 5 people that I just call, you know, when something is going on. Who are your board of directors? That's number 10. Number 11. Is there anything bothering you right now? For me, yes. I have a lot of things bothering me, but I'm trying to manage my emotions, given that I read this earlier, that I need an accountant to help me manage my emotions, right? So even if I'm worried about a lot of things, I don't want them to stress me. I need to be accountable. I need to manage my emotions. Since I'm not talking to a therapist, but I need to manage my emotion, because every day something has to bother you. But how you react to whatever is bothering you is what's important. Number 12, has someone ever called you a liar? That is obvious. If nobody has ever called you a liar, you're lucky. And when they called you a liar, that's a false accusation. How did you take that? That tells you, they're trying to tell you that don't expect everybody to praise you. People are going to come out here and tell you you're this, you're useless. People are going to accuse you of things you didn't do. They want you to manage your emotions. Once you've been called a liar, how did you react? And the person that called you a liar, they were serious. How did you deal with that? Number 13, if you're able to be alone, what could you do? If, let's say, now you don't have a family, you have nobody, you're alone. You know, most of us are glued to our families. Especially if you have children. Imagine a world where you are alone. You have no husband, you have no wife, you have no children. What could you do? This question, they're asking you to think deeper than that. Yes, they are there. But is there a way you can eliminate them once a week? You can eliminate them once a month. You can eliminate them every 2 weeks. Stop circling your life around your family, around your friends, around your co-workers. Get into the world. For me, I get into my world of alone world once a week, every Friday. But things do happen. Things do happen when I'm having my little world. I end up like this Friday. I ended up going to take care of my mom, doing things. My mom was in my world on Friday. But Friday is a day for me that I eliminate everybody. I delete everybody. I don't want to hear from anybody. It's my self-care day. I do what I want. I wake up when I want to wake up. I roam where I want to. I love the thrift store. It's just for me. I remove everybody. So they're asking you, is there, if you are alone, if you are able to be alone, what would you do? They're trying to tell you to think, to create time for you. Remove yourself from everything that is bothering you. Number 14, if a crisis occurred right now, how would you react? Again, they're asking you this question to prepare You understand? You have to prepare. What is your evacuation plan? Do you have an evacuation plan? You know, you always think that everything is going to be okay. No. One day you're going to receive that one bad phone call. One day you're just going to be told your job is no longer there. What is your emergency plan of evacuation? How do you plan to execute that problem? That's what they're asking you to think. That if something happened right now, what are you going to do? You always have to be ready for something. There's an exit. Do you have an exit plan in case of an emergency? Where is your exit plan? Have you laid out your exit plan in case of an emergency? That's what they want you to think. Number 15, what dictates your mood? You know, I've seen people who the past few days have told me that I like money too much. Me, money dictates my mood. If money, there's no money to pay bills, or my money is not going right, it just messes up my mood. That's the only thing, in fact, that really messes up my mood, because money gives me options. I'm able to buy food, I'm able to shop, I'm able to run my car. So for me, it's money. What really dictates your mood? Me, I just want to have enough money to buy the things that I want. So money kind of, yeah, it dictates my mood. What dictates your mood? Everybody's different. Some of you, it's not money. Some of you is other things. You understand? It could be you like your friends around. It could be your children. It could be your place of work. What really dictates your mood? You understand? Think about it. What really makes your mood go like feel good? Ask yourself. Number 17. What do you consider to be abnormal? What do you consider to be abnormal? Some things are normal and some things are not normal. A man hitting a woman is abnormal to me. A woman hitting a man is abnormal to me. Having children you can't support is very abnormal to me. Sleeping all day without doing anything, then when you wake up you pick the phone and call someone to ask them for money. Someone who woke up at 4 a.m. Somebody else is working so hard. You are sleeping all day. Then now you pick the phone and say, Penny, send me $100. Very abnormal. Sit down with a pen and paper. Write what is normal and what is abnormal. What is abnormal? Okay. Number 18. One person. This is one person. Who is the most grounded person you know? Hey, that's a tough one. Who is the most grounded person that you know? Write it down, and if possible, call that person and tell them I was watching this lady on Facebook and she asked us to find that person that we know is most grounded. And call that person and tell them that, you know what? They are the most grounded person. And they are going to ask them, what did they do and how did they get there to be as grounded until they are admirable to you? Somebody that is well grounded is an admirable person. Call them. Who are those people? Then they'll tell you how they got there. Some can tell you it's spiritual. Some can tell you it's self-discipline. They will tell you how they got there. Who's that one person? That's number 18. Number 19. If you could make one thing disappear, what could be that thing? If you could make one thing to disappear, what is that thing? For me, it's diseases. People get sick and just die. If I can just make diseases disappear, I'll be a happy person. Number 20, this one is a big one, and this is where we have a lot of challenges. Even my mom, it took my mother such a long time to know there was a difference between book smart and street smart. The question goes, do you consider yourself street smart or book smart? This question is meant to wrap it all, everything I have said today. Once you identify yourself and you've created awareness, and you know you are either book smart or street smart. When you're book smart, meaning you're the doctor, you're the surgeon, you're book smart, you can find X in an equation. Some of us can barely find X in an equation. Once you can treat someone, you're a doctor, You can cut somebody and put them back, but you don't have street smart wisdom. You don't have common sense out here. You're going to pay the street smart people to do what? To run the streets for you. And the street smart people, that's us. If we are running for you out there and we get injured and we come to the hospital, you're going to do surgery on us because you know what? You're book smart. You mastered that if I cut this wound like this, I can only go so deep. You mastered that if I give her medicine a dose of 20 milligrams, she will heal. You're not going to give me 100 milligrams. This question is so important. This question is a question that helps you create awareness so you can know who you're putting in your board members. You cannot have a board members of all book smart. You cannot have 5 board members who are book smart. You need to diversify your portfolio, whatever assets you have. You need a doctor, you need a lawyer, you need a tailor, you need a handyman. You cannot put all book smart people in one place. You cannot put all street smart in one place. You need to diversify your eggs. Put your eggs in different places. Because I'm street smart, I have a lawyer, I have a doctor, I have an accountant. I don't have the brain to find X in an equation. But the brain I have, I can put 2 and 2 together and help you. There are so many things we do out here that a doctor can't do. There are so many things street smart people do that a surgeon, that a lawyer, because God has given us different gifts. So identify yourself, know where you are, create awareness, if you're book smart or street smart. And what we are going to do in the process is to buy services from each other. The book smart people should buy services from the street smart people. The street smart people should buy services from the book smart people, because God has created everyone with a gift. And you cannot take anybody's gift. You can try to find X in an equation, but it will take you 2 years. When a book smart person can take 3 minutes to find X. I mean, when they look at a problem, they know the answer. Some of us will look at a problem and we start shaking. I have 2 children that are very good in math. I mean, they get everything. Yes, I invested in tuition for them when they were little. I gave them the foundation. But these, my 2 children, Senior and Dylan, I started taking them for math practice when they were like in 5th grade. These kids are so good in math. And I always tell them, oh my goodness, I am so impressed. I try to act like they got my brain, but Dylan tells me, mother, you know it's dad's brain. Then I'm like, no, Dylan, this brain is mommy's brain, because you know what? I put it all together. But I tell them, God saw it for them to give them a street smart mother, and then I can help them, guide them. And then they can help me, guide me when it comes to finding X in an equation. And yes, my mom's sister, Auntie Irena, when we were growing up, told me, don't marry a boy or don't date a boy that is number last in the class. And you know what? That's the best advice I ever got. Yeah, you want someone who's book smart. You want someone who's able to find X in an equation. And as much as I'm street smart, I have to make an effort to learn. So you can't be on one side. You have to be book smart and you have to be street smart. My auntie used to tell me, when you talk to a boy, ask them what number they get in the class. So don't go beyond the ones who are the last. But she had a point. People are not born smart. They make an effort and they learn. God bless you. Share this video. Thanks for listening. And go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate your support. I am not without you. And let me tell you, the people that help you succeed are not your family members. They are not your children. They are not your sisters. It is the strangers. And all of you who take time to listen to me and you know, feel encouraged. I'm not your sister. I'm not your brother. I'm not your mother. But you can learn 1 or 2 things that is going to help you, to give you a good quality of life, so you can live a good life with purpose. where you've created awareness so you can live in peace in the community where you live. That's why I come here. I give my time so that way we can all live in peace and unity, online and offline. And I'm always truly grateful to my online community. God bless you and have a lovely, lovely day.